Thomas Midgley, Jr. was born in 1889 in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. His father was an inventor, and young Thomas had a great interest in gadgetry, science, and invention, as well as music, history, and poetry. Growing up in Columbus, Ohio, he was always fascinated with his father's inventions, which primarily revolved around automobile tires. Determined to follow in his father's footsteps as an inventor, Midgley graduated from Cornell University in 1911 with a degree in mechanical engineering. Following a brief year of working on the design of cash registers, he joined his father in developing car tires and auto parts. After a lack of financial success on his own, he joined Dayton Engineering Laboratories Company, which would later be acquired by General Motors. This was 1916. Midgley was 27. One problem at the time was that of engine knock. This was a loud noise made by the engine that indicated a loss of power from too rapid ignition of fuel. Midgley and colleagues were brainstorming and came up with the idea of dyeing the fuel red so that it would absorb more radiant heat. The only red dye they had on hand was iodine. To their surprise, the addition of only a small percentage iodine almost completely eliminated the knocking problem. This was serendipity because the iodine, not its color, was responsible for the change. The iodine was altering the octane level of the gasoline fuel, allowing for the more desirable high compression ratios to be used, without the loss of power from knocking. Experimentation showed that the most effective fuel additive to increase octane rating was a formulation of organic lead called tetraethyl lead, or TEL. The lead, along with a pink-tinted bromo and chloroethane mixture, were added to the fuel. This mixture, simply called ethyl, can still be found in high-octane aviation fuel, and in a few countries around the world. However, from the very beginning, the toxicity of the lead was noticed. 17 workers at the plant that made the organic lead compound died from lead poisoning. But it wouldn't be until the early 1950s that the full impact of leaded gasoline would be felt. Claire Patterson, trying to solve the problem of the age of the Earth, found that atmospheric lead isotopes in his ice core samples were incredibly high in the last few decades. He was able to very accurately date the increase to the adoption of ethyl, and the EPA launched an investigation, which ultimately led to the banning of leaded gasoline in